Hello, students! It is so nice to see you again. I hope all of you are doing well and are ready to learn something new and exciting. Do you remember my name? I heard someone say Pradeep sir from the back. Yes, I'm your teacher and friend, Pradeep. Today, we are going to learn something very exciting. We will learn about something new called vibe coding. Now you might be thinking, what is vibe coding? Do we need to learn very difficult computer languages? Do we need to write long and confusing codes? No, absolutely not. In this course, we will see how with the help of AI, just by clearly telling it what we want, we can create amazing things. We will learn how to turn our ideas and imagination into reality using AI. And students, we will do this together, step by step. It'll be fun, it'll be creative, and I'm so excited to take you all on this amazing journey. Students, in the last course, we learned what AI is and how it is part of our daily lives. Do you remember what is the full form of AI? Yes, AI stands for Artificial Intelligence. We learned what is AI, how it learns, how it works, and how it is present all around us. Students, do you remember this? I heard some of you say yes. And even if you don't remember, don't worry. In this course, we will not only learn new things, but we will also revise things that we learned earlier. First, let's talk about data. Do you remember what is data? Yes, data means information. AI needs data to learn. Without data, AI cannot learn anything. AI only knows the things it learns from data. In the last course, we learned many things about AI. And in this course, we will learn a little more. And together, we will see how we can use AI to create new things. So today, we are going to take the next step in our AI journey. But before we begin, let me ask you something. When you use a mobile phone, have you noticed how it can do so many smart things? It can click a photo, it can play music, it lets you use a torch, it lets you play games, it can show you directions and do many more things. Now, I want to ask you a question. What do you think? Do these tools start working on their own? Or do you think someone first got an idea and then made these things so that people like us can use it? Take a moment and think about it. You are right. Behind every smart feature, every game, every website, and every AI tool, there are people. Just like a teacher guides students, people guide computers in the same way. They guide them by giving special commands. These special commands tell the computer what to do and how to work. In this chapter, we will not only learn about these commands, but we will also see how AI can help us in writing them. And step by step, we will learn how a small idea can be turned into something real. Section 1. Introduction to Vibe Coding. Before we move ahead, imagine a situation. A person from Tamil Nadu comes to your village. They only speak Tamil, and you know only Hindi. If they speak to you in Tamil, will you be able to understand it? No. Now imagine another situation. A tourist from another country comes. They only speak English. And if you do not know English well, then it would be very difficult to understand what they are saying. Now think, what do people do in such situations? They try to find a language that both people can understand. Sometimes someone helps by translating a language. Sometimes people use a language that both of them can understand. Only then people can understand each other and talk to one another. Students, do you agree that both sides need to understand the language? Now let me ask you one more thing. Do computers understand Hindi? Do they understand Punjabi, Marathi, or Tamil? No. Computers do not understand the languages that we use when we talk to each other. They only understand special languages made for computers. These special languages are called programming languages. People use programming languages to tell computer what to do. Some examples of programming languages are Python, JavaScript, Scratch. Students, even if you have never heard these names before, don't worry. We will learn everything slowly, step by step. So now you know people use programming languages to tell computers what to do. When people write commands for a computer using these languages, those written commands are called code. And the process of writing this code is called coding. So when a person writes a code using a programming language, we say they are coding. Just like two people need a common language to talk to each other, humans and computers also need a common language to understand each other. So coding is simply the way to talk to computers. Students, now you must be thinking what these languages look like. Let's learn this with a fun example. Imagine you want a computer to show a smiley face on the screen. You might say something like, "Computer, show a smiling face." But the computer will not understand that sentence. So we have to translate that idea into the computer's language. For example, we would need to write the same thing in a special language that a computer can understand. such as Python or Java. So in this case, the same idea might look something like this in code. To someone who understands coding, these lines clearly mean: first, draw a circle, then draw two eyes, then draw a smile, and then the face appears on the screen. So the sentence or idea stays exactly the same, but the way it is written using programming language looks different. In our daily lives, we use words and sentences to talk to each other. But in coding, we write steps that the computer can follow. These steps tell the computer what to do. So in simple words, coding means writing the ideas in your mind as instructions that a computer can understand. Now let us look at another example. Suppose you want to create a game where a bird flies in the sky and collects stars. Earlier, to build a game like this, only people who had learned programming languages and knew how to do coding could make this game. They had to write many small steps for the computer in the form of a code. It may look something like this. It includes many different kinds of commands. To create a bird, create the star, move the bird, and make the star fall, and so on. Thousands of such small steps had to be written. It was like building a house brick by brick. This required a lot of time and skill. But now, a big change has happened in the world of technology. Today, even if you don't know any programming language, you can still write code with the help of AI. Isn't it amazing, students? So let us see how our friend AI, that is, artificial intelligence, is changing the world of coding. Generative AI. Students, have you heard this word before? Don't worry, let's learn it together. Section 2. Generative AI. This word sounds a little difficult, doesn't it? But let us understand it in a very simple way. Generative AI is a special type of AI that can generate or create new things. Students, do you remember we talked about ChatGPT in our last course? I heard someone say yes. Very good. We could ask it questions, ask it to write a poem or a story or even create an image. And it would quickly generate what we asked. Do you remember? That is generative AI. Students, generative AI is made of two words: generate plus AI. This simply means an AI system that is able to generate or create new things. Generative AI can create and write many things, such as stories, pictures, music, videos, and even computer code. Yes, code as well. Now students, can you tell me how is AI able to create or generate things? You may already know a little about this. But let us revise this once again, and today we will also learn something new. And it is called Large Language Model. We can also call it LLM. I know this word might look a little complicated, but don't worry. We will learn everything slowly, step by step, so that each one of you can understand easily. Are you ready? Let's begin with the help of an example. Imagine an AI system that has read a huge amount of text written by people. It has thousands of books, stories, articles, websites, examples, even codes written in different programming languages. After seeing so much text, the AI system begins to notice patterns in language. It does not understand the meaning or emotions of the text like we humans do, but it notices patterns. Patterns like which words appear together, how sentences are formed, how questions are answered, how ideas are explained, and how codes are written. So the AI system becomes very good at predicting the next word in a sentence. For example, if I say the weather is very, then you might say nice or hot or cold. The AI system does something similar. It predicts what word is most likely to come next. So students, an AI system that can find patterns in text, answer a question is called an LLM. Do you remember the full form of LLM? LLM means Large Language Model. First, let us break this name. Large means it has learned from a very large amount of data. That is information. Language means it works with text, words, and sentences. Model means it is a trained AI system. In simple words, an LLM is an AI system. An AI system that has learned from very large amount of text, books, stories, and computer codes, etc. And that's why now this AI system can talk to us in our language. It can understand what we are saying or asking. It can create or give answers in our language. And it can also write codes in different programming languages. Students, before we move ahead, let me ask you a few questions about LLM and see how much did you understand. I want all of you to answer in yes or no, loudly. Okay? Can LLM understand questions? Don't be shy. Say your answer loudly. Yes or no? Yes. Can LLM answer in simple sentences? Yes. Can it write a poem or a story? Yes. Can it explain a science concept? Yes. Can it write code in programming languages like Java or Python? Yes. So the special thing about an LLM is that it understands every language. Whether it is a natural human language like English, Hindi, Tamil, or whether it is a programming language like Java, Python, or Scratch. and it can create human-like outputs in any of these languages, whether it is an answer, poem, story, or a code. And an AI that can create or generate new things with help of LLM is called generative AI. So students, remember, LLM is what gives the AI the ability to understand language. Generative AI is what happens when that ability is used to create something new. Now let us go to the next step. Now we will see how generative AI can help us write a code and create something new. Do you remember what is a code? A code simply means a set of steps written using a programming language that a computer can understand. So when we want to create our game with the bird, we don't need to be a trained technician who has learned coding. We can do it ourselves with the help of AI. Let us say you type a sentence in English. Make a small game where the bird flies when I click start. Now the AI reads your instructions. The LLM understands your instructions. And generative AI creates the answer in the form of code that the computer can understand and use. Students, this is the basic concept of vibe coding. Now we have come to our final and most exciting section of this chapter. Section 4. Vibe coding. Now let us learn more about vibe coding. Vibe coding is a new way of creating things on a computer with the help of AI. This term was introduced by a well-known AI scientist, Andrej Karpathy, and it has become very popular in recent years. In English, the word vibe means a feeling or the main idea of something. For example, the vibe or feeling behind creating a game would be playful, and the vibe behind creating a mathematics test would be serious or focused. And when we add the word coding to it, it becomes vibe coding, where we use an idea or vibe of an idea to create computer codes. In the past, if someone wanted to make a game or an app, they had to write many lines of computer code themselves. This could take a lot of time as well as training. But in vibe coding, something interesting happens. Instead of writing all the code yourself, you simply tell the AI what you want to make. And the AI does not only try to understand your idea, but also tries to understand your vibe or feeling behind it. You can tell your idea to AI in natural human language. You can use English, Hindi, or many other languages. Students, in this course, we will be using English. For example, you might say, create a small quiz game about animals. Or you might say, make a simple learning app that teaches multiplication. The AI reads your instruction and helps write the computer code needed to build it. So in vibe coding, the human gives the idea and the AI helps create the code. In simple words, you describe the idea. AI helps turn that idea into code. That is called vibe coding. Let us go back to our bird and stars game. Imagine you open an AI tool and write something like this. Create a small game where a bird flies in the sky and catches falling stars. Every time the bird catches a star, the score should increase. Now think about what happens next. The LLM reads your instruction and understands the idea you are describing. It understands that the game needs a bird, stars, and a score. Then, generative AI starts creating the solution. It begins creating the computer code needed for the game. It may create code that places a bird on the screen. Then the code that makes stars fall from the top. Then the code that checks when the bird touches a star. And then the code that increases the score. So instead of writing all those steps yourself, the AI helps generate them. This way of creating something by describing the idea in a natural human language and letting AI help generate the code is what we call vibe coding. So when you create this bird game using AI, many things are working together. You give the idea, AI receives your idea. The LLM understands your instruction. Generative AI generates the code. And the computer uses that code to run the game. This is how the ideas we have learned in this chapter come together to help you create something new. Now think about this. If you could use vibe coding, what would you like to make first? A mobile application that helps farmers? A quiz game for your friends? A story app in Hindi? Or a small learning game for children? This is what makes vibe coding so exciting. You do not start with code. You start with an idea. And then AI helps you turn that idea into something real. Now students, before we finish today's lesson, let us quickly recap everything we learned today. First, we talked about AI. AI means artificial intelligence. AI learns from data, and data simply means information. Without data, AI cannot learn anything. Then we saw that behind every smart tool on our phones, websites, games, and mobile applications, there are people who give commands to computer and tell it what to do. People use programming languages to tell computer what to do. Some examples of programming languages are Python, JavaScript, Scratch. When people write commands for a computer using these languages, those written commands are called code. And the process of writing this code is called coding. Earlier, if someone wanted to create a game or an application, they had to write many lines of code, step by step. This required a lot of time and skill, and it was difficult. If someone wanted to create a game or an application, he had to learn many different programming languages and write many lines of code for the computer to understand. This word sounds a little difficult, doesn't it? But let us understand it in a very simple way. Generative AI is a special type of AI that can generate or create new things. such as stories, pictures, music, videos, and even computer code. Yes, code as well. We also learned about LLM. Do you remember the full form of LLM? Large Language Model. An LLM is an AI system that has learned from a very large amount of data. With the help of this data, LLM can do many things. Understand questions we ask, write answers we need, explain ideas, write stories, and even write code in different programming languages. It can understand our language as well as the languages that computer understands. And then we came to the most interesting part. Vibe coding. Vibe coding is a new way of creating things with the help of AI. This term was introduced by a well-known AI scientist, Andrej Karpathy, and it has become very popular in recent years. In vibe coding, instead of writing long and difficult code ourselves, we simply have to describe our idea in normal human language to AI. AI receives our idea, the LLM understands our idea. Generative AI creates the code, and the computer runs that code. So in simple words, you share the idea, AI helps create the code, and together you create something new. Students, this is the power of vibe coding. In the coming chapters, we will learn how to use AI step by step and start building our own small projects using vibe coding. So get ready, because very soon your ideas will start turning into real creations. In the next chapter, we will learn how to talk to AI in a smarter way. We will learn how to write clear instructions so that AI understands us better and gives us better results. I am very excited to continue this journey with all of you. See you in the next chapter. Till then, keep learning, keep asking questions, and yes, keep vibing.